students, welcome to class. I'm Miss KADIE, that vegan teacher. Today we're going to be looking at the woke, the capitalists, and of course, the amazing vegans. But before we begin, make sure that you like this video and that you subscribe so you don't miss any classes in the future. Let's go.
Drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, almond milk. Don't steal milk from a cow. Be vegan, start right now. Follow that vegan teacher, she will show you how.
And now it's time to see what's new on TikTok. Let's talk about TikTok. Okay, so we're here over on TikTok, and this is an account by somebody whose name is Andy Chegg. He is from Australia. And it says here, vegan confronts fishermen. So we're going to put that up there and you guys can see what he's up to.
Run away.
What you say? What you say? You just keep your mouth shut now.
Okay,
I've had enough. I'm gone.
Okay. And when I see someone fishing, I see red. I see red. Hey guys, you know it's not allowed to be fishing here. There's literally a sign that says no fishing right there.
Yeah.
And it's all in the yellow. You do know that fish there, that fish is alive, right?
No, yeah. If you're going to start this vegan shit on me, you're going in the water.
Okay, I'm recording you on video.
You can record whatever you want. Just, can you keep your opinions to yourself?
Okay, so
I'm
he's
allowed to
basically just threatened the vegan animal rights activist. He's saying he's going to throw him in the water just because he's filming in a public place. And what's interesting is later you're going to see that he declares himself to be a Christian. Now, would Jesus threaten to throw somebody in the water for pointing out that animal abuse is not okay? This is the incredible hypocrisy of these religious people. Let me know if you know a single Christian who is actually Christian, who follows the Bible, where it says, thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not steal. And that person is not killing animals and not stealing their body parts or their freedom. Let's watch a little bit more of this.
Whatever I like. Okay?
I'm allowed to speak up for the victims, and I'm allowed to point out that you're fishing illegally here. The reality is that fish has a heart, just like you. That fish wants to live, like you. That fish even has friends and family. I don't believe in
Do you believe in God? Here it comes.
Jesus is vegan now and God is too. If you want to get to heaven, you better be vegan too. Fuck milk, cheese, eggs, or any kind of meat. Buy broccoli, tofu, and vegan food to eat. God wants us to be kind to the animals, or it's true. You risk getting roasted on the devil's barbecue.
fairy tales.
Okay? I believe in God, and I believe that you catch a fish to feed yourself. We are fishing for food. Okay? No harm. I've got a fishing license.
No harm, he says. No harm. He's literally premeditating murder, but he thinks this is no harm. He's going to put his fishing rod in the water and take out a sentient being who's going to feel a lot of pain and be terrified. Now imagine that somebody did that to him. Took him, put a hook in his mouth and shoved him underwater and held him underwater. And that would be how he died. How do you think he would feel about that? And how do you think that Jesus would feel if somebody did that to him? It's a bizarre world we live in. Let's keep watching.
I'm allowed to fish.
It says, there's a sign there that says no fishing. You're standing literally on the sign that says no fishing. Do you realize that fish does not want to die? That fish wants to live just like you.
Yes.
That fish is in pain right now. It feels pain and suffering just like you. That fish does not want to die.
I want to catch a big fish.
That fish wants to live just like you. It has done nothing to you. That fish has done nothing to you.
I'm fishing for fish.
There is a sign that says no fishing right where you're standing. It's in huge letters written by the council.
Okay. That's fine. We're going to go in a minute. Could you stop videoing me?
I'm in a public place. You're in a public place.
That's against the law. I
No,
don't
it's
want
not.
to be videoed.
It's not against the law. This is a public place. I'm standing well distanced from you, and you are illegally fishing here. There is a fish that's in extreme pain. They're live baiting. There's a fish in severe suffering there.
Well, then go to the police. Why put it on a video?
Because this fish, if it was you, how would you like it? Yeah, it's a terrible thing to stand up for the innocent animals, isn't it? Just walk on.
Check mark. Way to go. Excellent example of vegan courage.
Blessed be the merciful, for they shall be shown mercy.
Oh, yes. Quote the Bible. Right back to the Bible thumper. Good job, Andy.
What mercy are you showing to that fish?
Absolutely none. Hypocrite.
You can choose peace. Peace is better than violence.
Yes, you can go to a grocery store and buy thousands of items that don't involve cruelty.
You're not being violent.
You don't think it's violent to put a fish on a hook like that and live bait it? Run away.
What you say? What you say?
I'm glad you've moved on.
You just keep your mouth shut now.
Okay,
I've had enough. I'm gone.
Okay, great. Perfect.
One more word out of you, and that's it. What's the word out?
He's so triggered. Why are these violent people so triggered when somebody just talks to them?
One more word out of
I
you.
didn't say anything.
One more word. Okay?
Peace is
Peace.
better than violence. He's gone. Goodbye. Run away. Off you go. There's no good reason to be hurting the innocent fish in 2024. They've done nothing to us. They've got hearts, they've got minds, they've got even friends. And we're pulling them out of the water, hooking them, knifing them, or suffocating them for no good reason. There's no nutrient in fish that can't be obtained in plants. None.
Good job. Excellent job. And so that is what I reflected in your little report card here. Andy, I wrote, That Vegan Teacher, Miss KADIE, your vegan report card, A+ for logical reasoning and A+ for compassion. Very good. I'm very proud of you. Also on TikTok, something interesting happened in the last few days. The guy on the top on the left there with the dark shirt on, his name is Parker. He is a person who is not vegan yet, and he is essentially racist towards the animals. The guy underneath him, Danny, seems a little more level-headed. On the right side, you have two vegans, and they engaged in a debate. And the reason that they got together was because I went on Parker's live, and I asked him and his friend Dean to watch the documentary Dominion, at which point an incredible character assassination began, and the two guys on the right came to defend me. So if you're not following over on TikTok, go ahead. I have several accounts over on TikTok, but I draw your attention to this one today. Music by That Vegan Teacher. Follow now. Now it's time to check out what is new over on YouTube. YouTube, let's check out YouTube. All right, so today I'm going to be showing you a man who is an actual real man, as opposed to people like Gordon Ramsay who abuses animals, or people like Oompaville who refuse to speak out on behalf of the innocent victims. You've got people like Darman, you've got people like Ben of the Week, all of these people who keep on paying for the rape, torture, and murder of innocent animals. And here on the opposite side of that is somebody named Joey Carbstrong. Now he has a video here called Pignorant. This is not what we're about to watch, but his documentary Pignorant can be seen on Amazon Prime. I'm pretty sure that's where it was. You can Google to find out. But let's watch a little bit of Joey's video here just to show you the kind of work that he is doing over there in the UK.
Harassment.
Why is it harassment?
Harassment.
You're harassing the customers, they don't. We're not harassing anyone.
Kids don't want to watch this. You
What's
not
it?
harass people.
These animals will be sent to a gas chamber.
You don't give a
We are going to have to ask us to leave.
Are we committing a criminal offence right now?
Do we have to force transparency
So as you can see,
and show as many?
he's doing an amazing job. He's speaking out with a megaphone, and he is letting everybody know what is going on. Transparency, that is what he is trying to do. Make sure that everybody knows where their meat comes from.
Of your customers as possible, the torture chambers that supply you, customers of M&S, customers of Tesco's, customers of Aldi. We believe that you deserve transparency. Here you see products made from pigs, but the supermarket will not tell you that they have been tortured to death in CO2 gas. Tesco know, but Tesco have done nothing to inform their customers. When you buy bacon, when you buy pork chops, when you are buying ham for your children, you are supporting the literal torture of sentient animals.
Now, if you just take a moment, you'll see that you have different people here who are filming this event. And I don't know if you saw before, but there was actually somebody, I'm going to try to maybe go back and show you. There's somebody with a, seems like they have a suitcase in a shopping cart, and that is where they hook up the camera.
Customers of M&S, customers of Tesco's.
You can see a lot of people here filming to help out, to make sure that the activists are safe.
Customers of Aldi.
You've got more people with signs here to support Joey.
We believe that you deserve transparency. Here, you see products made from...
You've got more people with TV screens that show what happens, because there's some undercover footage to show the customers.
pigs, but the supermarket will not tell you that they have been...
Okay, you see here, this guy has a suitcase here. Now, on this suitcase is a camera, which is helping to protect the activists.
tortured to death in CO2 gas. Tesco know that Tesco have done nothing to inform their customers. When you buy bacon, when you buy pork chops, when you are buying ham for your children, you are supporting the literal torture of sentient animals, like this gentleman here.
Yeah, he's taking some meat here, and he's going right past the protest. Basically doesn't care. This is human nature, to put up a wall, to try to pretend like they are good people when they're not, and that is called cognitive dissonance when people first find out about it. This is why I say it takes 100 clicks to become vegan. Gotta get the message in your head and in your heart, and it doesn't come right away. Everybody's first reaction is to think to themselves, well, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not the one who's telling them to hurt the pigs, and yet there's this thing called supply and demand, and of course you are, because you are paying into the cycle. So this is, once again, Joey's channel. Let's just watch a tiny bit more here.
Happy to support torture. Some people are not. When you purchase these products, you are donating to animal torturers. They don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about the animals. They care about money.
Check mark, way to go. Excellent example of calling out selfish consumers and capitalistic greed.
Outlaw the pork industry. This is what the signs are saying. So when you do a protest like this, everyone, it's really important that you film it. Just to do a protest in front of the meat section, if you don't film it, is, I'm not going to say it's pointless, but pretty much it is, because the main thing you need to do is get video footage of yourself. Even if your protest is only a couple of minutes long and you film it from all different angles, that will do the job on social media, as long as all the vegans are helping to share that, which is what I'm trying to do right now. So thank you very much, Joey, for your participation here to make the world a better place. Guys, everybody follow Joey Carbstrom.
It's not food, it's violence. All the animals wanted to live. It's not food, it's violence. Choose something else instead.
All right, so there's actually another channel called Mel and Steve, who are also activists in the UK, and I really want to highlight their work because they're also working with Joey, and they're working with David Rams and some amazing animal rights activists. So just have a look quickly at what they're doing here. And memorize this address here, Mel and Steve. The and is not written like an and, it's written with a symbol there. Make sure you follow their accounts and tell them that I sent you. Let's watch a bit of this.
I don't complain when you're lying.
Why'd you hit me?
Okay, I don't usually hit women, and he's actually talking about hitting her even though she is talking about ending violence.
It's so important, Steve. What if it was you in the gut? Don't touch me.
Check mark. Way to go. Excellent example of standing up to vegan-phobic bullies.
And this woman is trying to push her away, and Mel is saying, don't touch me. Mel is trying to tell the customers, hey, I'm just letting you know about the violence that goes on so you can make an informed decision.
Don't force animals into...
And this guy is probably, I know how these people talk. I'm imagining this guy probably said, stop forcing me to be vegan. And Steve is saying, don't force animals into gas chambers.
Gas chambers.
And another attack there. You see that? Let's go back and watch that again.
I don't complain when you're lying.
Why'd you hit me? It's so important, Steve. What if it was you in the gut? Don't touch me.
Don't force animals into gas chambers.
Amazing.
You will not harass people.
You've had too much meat because your brain's not functioning. You're an idiot. You're an animal abusing idiot.
How dare you? How dare you?
Okay, so this woman, I saw this before. This is a woman who was also upset that Mel was talking about how horrible it is that these 6-month-old baby pigs end up in gas chambers. And then Mel said to this woman, how would you feel if it was your baby that was in a gas chamber taken away from you? And this lady lost it and said, how dare you talk about my baby that way? Instead of thinking, oh my God, that would be a horrible thing. I would never want my baby taken away from me. And saying to Mel, you know, thank you for letting me know. I'm not going to buy meat anymore. I'm going to look into this vegan thing. That's not what she does, is it? They get angry, super angry. And then she attacked Mel. Mel had to push her away in self-defense.
Oh, it's killing. Oh, it really hurts. So today we're going into supermarkets with the TVs, the footage of pigs in gas chambers. We're going to show the public.
Okay, so we have lots of activists here. Once again, so many of them with different signs, and there's of course a lot of people who are filming, got some TV screens here. This is really important to do. When you're doing activism, make sure you have a gang of you, make sure that everybody is filming or as much as possible. Having body cams on you turns out to be also really important, because sometimes somebody can grab the camera out of your hand and throw it, as what happened to me when I was literally filming soy milk in a shopping mall at a cafe that was serving soy milk. I was filming the container, and then the woman who was super angry who works there didn't want me to emphasize the good part of the cafe. She got upset. So triggered are these people. It's crazy.
That pigs that are being supplied to this supermarket.
All right, so you see here, this is, I believe, Joey's girlfriend, and she's got the stand here with the cameras, and she's following him around everywhere in order to make sure that he is safe. And this is Mel. And who you saw before, by the way, was Steve. That was the guy who was talking to the other guy.
Are being tortured in CO2 gas. 90% of all pigs in the UK are tortured in CO2 gas first.
All right, so you get the idea. So this channel is called Mel and Steve. Make sure that you follow them. Let them know that I said hi and that I said good job. In case they don't see this video, let them know. Thank you so much.
I'm always in the mood to save animals and eat delicious vegan food. I'm always in the mood to save animals and eat delicious vegan food. Instagram, what is new on Instagram?
All right, let's see what's on the For You page for me today over here on Instagram. Something that's called Veganofaust. All right, let's have a look at this.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, and on that farm, he artificially inseminated cows, stole their babies, and sent them to the slaughterhouse. Here a dead bobby calf. Everywhere a dead bobby calf. And on that farm he had some pigs, who he kept in farrowing crates.
Horrible.
Unable to turn around, whose babies he beat to death in front of them, and who he eventually sent to a slaughterhouse where they would be suffocated in a carbon dioxide gas chamber. And on that farm, he had a chicken, with a chicken dying in its own feces over here, and a chicken dying in its own feces over there. Everywhere, a chicken dying in its own feces.
Yeah. Yeah, I think children have a right to know. Good job.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Excellent video. 100%. I think I'm going to follow this account.
What's new on Twitter, now known as X?
When I open up Twitter, I see random things like this. I thought I'd show you. This one is a t-shirt somebody's trying to sell, and it says, "Sorry I'm late, my cat was sitting on me." So that is the kind of stuff that I get, because you know how the algorithm works. They've figured out that I like animals, and so they send me this kind of thing. By the way, if you haven't yet subscribed to me over on Twitter, my address is @MissKadie is here. You can see down here at the bottom. That is because somebody else already had taken my name, and so it is @MissKadie is here. So if you haven't yet followed me, go ahead and do so. One of the reasons I think I should probably be on X more is because of this type of thing. Elon Musk is really trying to allow free speech to reign, and he writes here, "Don't take my word for it, ask the Australian PM." This is apparently something that I guess he designed or spread, I don't know. Free speech on the left, censorship on the right. As animal rights activists, have you noticed this trend? Do you agree with this? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Are you allowed to tell the truth? Are you allowed to show the images of the suffering here on X? I have noticed that we actually are, but then the problem is when we want to spread it to other platforms like YouTube, they demonetize us. They say they don't want us to show the truth. So I would have to agree with this. And now it's time for Vegan Person of the Day. Woohoo! Let's check out the cool things that you say and do. Okay, so this is Vegan Andy from Australia, who is dressed up like a woman with toilet paper under his dress instead of boobs. He always makes my day.
I was in the city today and a vegan extremist was showing images of the cows, lambs, pigs, chickens and fishies I torture. How dare they? How dare they? How dare they? My rights were so violated. I'm still having my anxiety attack 4 hours later.
Wash away your old life, be vegan today. Jump into your new life, it's the only way. Wash away your old life, be vegan today. Welcome to heaven on earth. Happy Vegan Declaration Day.
Lastly, before we leave, we're going to look at this statement here. Animal abusers should be given the exact same treatment they gave. This is what somebody on Twitter wrote. That's what they feel. What do you think? Imagine if somebody pinned you down, tied you up, and forced your head back and force-fed you in such a way that you could not even spit the food out because you had no time. And because of the way that your neck was positioned, the food kept coming and you had to swallow it or you risk choking on it, it going into your lungs. Can you imagine how that would feel? Can you imagine how terrified you would be if your head was tied like that? Do you have the ability to have empathy if you see this being done to an animal? What do you think should be done to somebody who does that to an animal because they want this being to be stuffed and to grow as fast as absolutely possible so that they can kill them? What do you think? What should happen here to this guy? Imagine if this was a cat or a dog. She can't move. She has to keep swallowing. She's terrified and has no choice but to cooperate. She's not seen as a sentient being with feelings. She is seen as an object. She has no choice but to just keep swallowing and swallowing. Do you eat animals? Do you wear animals? Do you pay anyone to kill cows and pigs and chickens and turkeys and lambs? What should be done to you? In a world where you can be anyone, be someone who is compassionate. In a world where you can become anyone, become someone who gives a shit. If you value my work, share it with someone. Subscribe and press the notification bell. Help us get the animals out of hell.